Hello and welcome back to the port. I'm the Gallic Major and this is WoWs Weekly, our weekly video which covers the news of the game in the week past and also in the week coming up. It's recorded on the Wednesday night and launched on a Thursday morning in the UK, obviously subject to time zone for wherever you guys are. Now, it's also a way for me to cover off some of the news game, but also allows me to cover off some of the channel admin if any of it happens, and it's definitely a video more aimed at subscribers, or returning subscribers I should say, hence usually it doesn't get many views, but it gets a very high approval rating, which is quite nice. So in the week past we have had the Monaghan, the tier 5 American premium destroyer. Now, obviously, I've only done a what to expect way long ago before they really released her. So that was just based off of the stats that were available at the time, which was from the live stream and stuff like that. So obviously that video is probably a bit dated now, I guess you could say. However, I haven't bought her because obviously I limit myself to one premium ship per patch, and therefore I picked the Flint unfortunately this time. So if any of you guys have had them on hand, how have you been finding her? Comment below. Have you had any good games that you managed to capture? Would you like to send them in? It's all up to you guys. That's what those amateur reports are for. It's to spotlight your gameplays within our little community we have here at the moment. So obviously, with it being the last week of the Lone Veteran campaign, it's your last week to get hold of the Witcher. That would mean grinding out those shakedown trials and stuff to obviously try and get her in time, but also if you find that you can't get to her, might be time to consider boosting, or might be time to consider getting that Admiralty backing, just to get all those rewards. I'll leave it all in your capable hands, guys. Also, because it's the last week of the patch, it also means that it's our last chance with the Warhammer 40k stuff. So if that stuff tickled your fancy, then it's your last chance to get hold of it. If it doesn't tickle your fancy, then you can just kind of look the other way and let it disappear. It's also going to be your last chance to spend those Liberty bonds on the stuff that's in the Admiralty tab of the store. So if you've hoarded up a load and you want some of those promotion orders or insignias or commander crates or things like that, it's your last chance to get hold of them. If not, you can just hold off on them and they will be converted to credits in the August/September update. So that covers off pretty much everything on the close of the Lone Veteran campaign. I'm going to try some AP on the side of that line. So what to expect in the next patch? So what has been confirmed? Well, confirmed has been the Valhalla Rising campaign, with a end reward being the tier 7 German battleship, the Odin. The Odin comes with 9 12-inch guns in 3 triple turrets. That's it. She's got a low HP pool. She's almost got a HP pool comparable to some of the higher HP pool battleships at tier 5. However, the interesting one is that she's going to be very tough. She's going to have quite thick armor, turtle back and things like that, so it's going to make her quite difficult to put down. She's also going to come with torpedoes. Yes, another German battleship with torpedoes, but they're going to be kind of rearward facing, a bit like the torpedoes on the heavy cruiser Graf Spee. And then she's also obviously going to come with German secondaries, so for you who like the broader build, she's definitely going to be of interest to you. Now, I could say get your salt shakers ready, but I think it's pretty much a given that we are going to be looking at a tier, well, I guess you could say tier, like a 95 step campaign with Admiralty backing being 2,500 doubloons. I think that's fair to say that that's almost to be expected. There's nothing to really lead us to believe that it's going to be anything different. Now back to the normal news. Obviously it has been announced that the French destroyers have been announced for early access, so that's tiers 3 to 6, with obviously the tier 2 and tier 7 French destroyers becoming researchable in the following patch. Also, because we're moving on to the next patch, it means that the USN light cruisers will become fully researchable. That also means that the Cleveland will become fully researchable for those of you who have been able to grind the Helena up and able to purchase her, the Cleveland next patch. Now, obviously, I'll leave it all at the end screen, but on the end screen I will have my review for The Witcher, and I'll also have my French Destroyer teaser there, waiting for you guys. Also, things that we kind of know which are coming in the next patch, based off of the Q&A session with the game developers, is that we should be expecting a new command wheel revision, almost, I guess you could say. Some maybe new commands. Things that have been confirmed have been things like ship horns, anti-spam filter, just to stop those irritating people who seem to just keep smashing the one command over and over again, but also a muting ability, so if players do abuse it, you can choose to mute them, which is a nice ability to really add, because sometimes it kind of gets on your nerves, really breaks your train of thought. Now we could get some more salt ready, but going on to the command wheel, really, like, any commands that you guys would like to see. I mean, there's two that I would like to submit, my personal favourites. I would like to see a sorry command. The reason being is every now and then I accidentally ram someone, or I say the wrong command or something. I like to just say sorry to the player. Just I'm sorry, my bad. Other one I'd like to see would be well duh, because you always get that one player at the end of the game who says kill that ship, and it's the last ship on the enemy team. So I really would love to be able to say well duh back to them. I mean, that's probably a bit niche. I don't expect that one to be totally fair. But have you got any that you would like to see? Obviously, try and keep it nice and clean if you can, guys. Now, I'd be tempted to say that maybe next patch we could expect a ranked season. Personally, I would like to see a ranked season. We've gone 2 patches without one, or without 2, I should say. So it would be interesting to see another season of ranked come to the game. Just gonna switch my gun sights here and keep chasing that Boise. Now, they kind of confirmed that in the next patch there will be a new port. What the new port will be, obviously, it's quite difficult to say. Will we go for a French port because of the French destroyer early access, or will we go for a German port because of the tier 7 German battleship being the campaign reward? That's quite a hard one to call. I don't think there's an easy answer to that one, and to be honest, they could even just throw in a curveball and just send us somewhere completely different. Let's see if I can let this. The fire's going to burn out soon, and then my detectability is going to drop off. Z39. Don't see many Z39s these days. Actually, don't see many at all, really. So, also in the next patch is going to be VJ Day. So whether there will be anything in regards to VJ Day in the next patch would be quite interesting. Going back to the port, obviously, with there being it either a German or French port, are there any other speculations from you guys? Always interested. Now, I think that covers off everything in the game. I hope I did, but just in case I didn't, there will be so in addition to the command wheel mods, there's going to be a new command log or chat log. So obviously that's going to let you know what the other players on your team have said using the command wheel. Obviously that's going to be useful, especially considering the national voices. The only downside is you can kind of see with my heads up display at the moment, it's quite cluttered already. So where are they going to put the chat log? Is it going to be on the right side of the screen where my fighter plane just took off? That'll be my guess. I hope they allow us to have the ability to enable and disable it, simply because not everyone's going to want the additional clutter on the screen. Some people may decide, bugger it, I'll just have the common voice, and therefore I know what it's saying all the time. Others may say, well, I like the national voices, and I've kind of gotten used to what they say, and if not, I'm quite happy to look over my shoulder and see what they say. If they had said something like it will include the ability to know when people have got their radar on or sonar on, then it will tell you. But at the moment, they haven't said that's going to be what's going to be happening, so that kind of removes some of the purpose of it. It would be nice if they could have included, I've got my radar on, I've got my sonar on, because then you go, but at the moment, I don't think that's going to be coming in it. I could be wrong, but going off of the Q&A session they did with the game developer, or head game developer, I think, I'm not really expecting that to be the case. I really wish someone could just put this Boise down. He seems to be going at a really strange speed as well. Even though I changed how much I was leading him that time, it no, okay, let's go there. See what we get. Oh, just lots of overpen. Wait, I got a shatter and an overpen in the same volley. Nice. And now I get a citadel, of course. Well, I might as well set up here, capture the objective, and keep my guns trained on my right side. Well, I think that covers everything in regards to the patch notes. So obviously, just moving on to some channel admin. Let's see. Well, at the moment we seem to be sticking to a Friday schedule for having a gameplay live session, or live stream I should say. You guys seem to be, obviously, right, you keep turning up, you guys seem to be enjoying it, so it's going to keep going basically. The times may vary, but of course I'll always try and get an announcement out first, so as you guys know exactly what's coming and basically when, and that way I'm not doing a stream while no one's there almost. It keeps everyone informed of as and when the streams are going to be happening. That destroyer's nearby. Not going to take any chances. There we go. So, what else with the channel? Well, obviously, on the day that this video comes out, on the Thursday, we are expecting patch notes to be coming out from World of Warships Legends, expecting it on their Discord and their Facebook. So I think I'm going to try and do the same thing again, where I do a live stream of going through the patch notes, and then you guys can ask questions as we go along. That seemed to work last time, but obviously I didn't announce it, so this time I will do an announcement video and then I'll launch it. So obviously keep your eyes out for the announcement later today, and then hope to see you there. What else do we have? Obviously we had the French Destroyers teaser, that went down really well, really happy with that one. Also, we had my top 5 ships that I'd like to see come to the game. Had a lot of involvement from you guys in regards to that. Obviously, it's not the kind of content that people are going to be searching for. That content was really just produced for you guys who subscribe. And well, it seemed to be positively received. Oh my god, I made a mistake. I made a big mistake. I think we won this though. There we go. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, no, that was quite positively received. Had quite a lot of involvement with you guys. That's something I really like. And then last item on the channel thing. I think I'm gonna start looking into setting up a Patreon. I think that'll be quite a nice way of. Wow, some of you guys keep saying you want to do contributions, and that'll be. I think that's gonna be the best way to do it. I don't really want to do it through YouTube because obviously I don't want YouTube in control of too much, is the best way to put it. So I think I'm going to look into set up a Patreon, and then I've got to sit down and think about what kind of rewards I could do. It varies. I got ideas like maybe I could put your names in the post-credit scene on premium ships that I purchased with the money from Patreons. I mean, that's the aim of it, really. The money from Patreon will be used to invest back into the channel. So basically, it'd be you guys almost investing into it, helping me get premium ships to then review, as soon as you guys can see them and stuff like that. So I could do credits at the end of that. I could also, or maybe I could do once every patch, every single person who puts into Patreon is allowed to put a question forward to be covered in the WoWs Weekly. I've got a couple of ideas. If you've got any of your own ideas, actually feel free to drop them in the comments below. Obviously, this is really just a video between me and you. Yeah, I'm happy with that game. Managed to squeak 4 kills out of it simply by picking off some weaker ships. So obviously, I feel a bit cruel there, but did all right. I'm trying to think if there's one more item of channel news. Ah, yes, that's it. World of Warships Legends has opened up the content creators application. Now, based on what they've set as the requirements, I do qualify, so therefore I have made a application. Let's see where it goes. I'm really not too I don't want to say I'm not too fast. It would be nice to become an official content creator, but obviously it depends if there's a contract and what's said in that contract, and therefore working out whether or not I want to go any further with it. At the end of the day, I just want to produce content that I like and that you guys like, and therefore I want to be in that position where if I think something's crap, I want to say it is. I don't want to be held by any kind of contract saying that I can't say something's crap. At the end of the day, I want to be honest, and I hope you guys appreciate that. But I have put the application in, so let's see where that goes. Well, I think all in all, that's everything wrapped up. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Well, more than likely, you guys are subscribed, but if you aren't subscribed, feel free to subscribe. And thank you to everyone who watches these. Obviously, it's a bit of a niche thing, but you guys keep watching, and you guys keep loving it. So, many thanks, guys. Well, if you've got any of your own game captures that you'd like to submit, our email address is down below in the description. I've been the Gareth Major, and back to the port.